So thank you guys for showing up. I definitely want to see what you guys think would help BBTAG at this point. I'll be keeping an eye on the comments for sure. This is also going to be the last time before EVO that I have a discussion talking about what ARC needs to do between now and then. It's a month away, and we're going to talk about what BBTAG 2.0 needs to be to really utilize all its potential and to be the best crossover fighting game that it can be. First, there's some people still trying to be White Knights and defend Arxis regarding BBTAG. Yes, everyone can have their own opinion. That's perfectly fine. And, I will say that those people who are defending them at this point, they are definitely the minority. But I just don't think anyone can defend the way that ARC has handled the game. I've heard people name characters that are in the top 12, top 16, or so, most wanted, most requested, and say that they shouldn't be in the game. Again, obviously a minority. And that's a really dumb thing to say at this point. Plenty of players like myself have stuck with the game from the beginning, supporting it, and waiting to finally get the missing characters. If they weren't adding them in, they should have told us this last year. At this point, it's too late. There's expectations now that must be met this year if the game is going to have a bright future a year from now. To defend their practices with BBTAG is literally telling them that the game is good as it is, that it's complete, when that is definitely not the case. Even with the last character pack, yes, we got them for free, and that's awesome. I was like surprised and I was hyped about it. But they're missing interactions. They didn't tell us ahead of time they wouldn't have interactions. I would have rather paid for the character pack and had interactions there than for it to be free, but clearly see that there's less effort being put in. Inconsistent quality without a heads up is definitely not okay, and you just can't defend that. That's just not how things work in business. And the White Knights are defending them, essentially saying that it is. That could spell trouble for the future of gaming in general if there's more people who start thinking like that. And that's the reason why I brought that up. Oh, there's a few comments here. 1 second. Combo. I 100%. I'm gonna mention exactly what you're saying. You have some really solid ideas. You've been mentioning things since the discussion, since before the discussion even started. I'm definitely gonna come back to that in just a bit. I'm gonna come right back to that, bro. You're right on it in terms of the direction that I think that BBTAG should go. Okay, so I've heard all kinds of comparisons when it comes to BBTAG and other fighting games. Some say our player base. Some say that our player base is greedy because games like Uni aren't getting any more content, but the players are happy. The difference here is that Uni has solid gameplay, an original story, and a complete roster. No one can argue that. BBTAG has good gameplay, but an incomplete roster. And again, no one can debate that either. This game is the only form of media that Persona 4's IT is incomplete. Literally the only one. There's no main villain reps. There's still some characters important to BlazBlue's plot that aren't here as well. Some people compared it to MVCI also. But again, that's just not right. MVCI did not sell as insanely well as Capcom had planned, but the game for sure did sell okay. Because it didn't meet Capcom's, really high expectations, they deemed it a failure. Even though a lot of other companies would have been happy with the profits and the sales the game had, they deemed it a failure. And after that, they stopped supporting it. They stopped mentioning it. They stopped advertising it, and that was that when it came to MVCI. ARC, on the other hand, still supports BBTAG. They still mention future content. They still advertise the game. They just don't do these things that effectively, okay? But they do still do it. Um, I think at this point, the big question is Arc really going to bet it all on EVO's announcement, right? EVO is about a month away, but I still don't think that they should bet it all on this announcement. Sure, they could make a really hype announcement, there, but there's just a lot of different things that need to be addressed that I think would be hard to address in a time-efficient manner in Grand Finals, the awards after Grand Finals. Also, they could make a hype announcement in the next week because, again, Anime Expo is going to be happening and RTX Austin as well, so it's possible. And if they do, then we'll definitely be talking about it for sure. I'll definitely talk about that next week then if they do make a hype announcement this week. But honestly, I think at most, we'll just get a Season 2 announcement at this point. Maybe a character estimate for Season 2 and the pricing for it. And I think that most likely that's going to be the case up until EVO. And then EVO will get actual character reveals. That's what I'm thinking. Also, that reminds me, the game is still last at EVO. Less than 2 weeks left for registration. So that's probably where it's going to stay. It's probably going to stay in last place, 9th place. Some think that this won't be the last EVO because maybe the entry turnout for all the games is high. And there's just a small difference in the number of entrants between, BBTAG being in 9th place and Eunice being in 6th place. And that could be the case. I'm not going to deny that. It's possible. That could be the case. But personally, I doubt that it is. But we'll see soon enough, though. At some point, they're going to give us the numbers, and at that point, we'll know for sure. Tiger. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm sure that Persona 5 Arena is going to happen. Whether or not it's going to be announced at EVO, that's up in the air. That's the one thing I'm not sure about, but I'm sure Persona 5 Arena, I'm sure they're working on it at least at some level here, right now. Combo. Okay, so, yeah, Combo, I think that each fate, each 5th fate onwards, each of them are going to have multiple characters for sure. I'm 100% convinced of that. No one can tell me, hey, they're going to introduce a new fate, and it's going to be one character. No one can tell me that at this point. On the other hand, I do still believe that they could have guest characters or a guest team, a guest duo of characters from a franchise. But at the same time, if they did introduce that, I don't see them being introduced as a fate. It would just be, hey, here's the 6th fate, and then here are these 2 guest characters we're going to add into the game from this other franchise. That's the way I see it being. I don't see it, being like, hey, here's a duo of characters, but they're also going to take up a fate. I don't see that being the case. If you're asking if I think they're going to reveal more than just one character at EVO, that's something I'm not, more than one character for the 6th fate, though, at EVO. That's something I'm not sure about, but I do think we're going to get more than just one per each new fate, for sure. I gotcha. Yeah, man. Yeah, Tekken seems to really be doing really well, especially, it's seen and getting ready for EVO. A lot of people are hyped about it. The new Under Night game, Uniclear, that's going to be something that grabs attention when they announce it, which I'm thinking they'll announce it at EVO, after Eunice Grand Finals. And then, yeah, depending on what they do, BBTAG's DLC and Guilty Gear, whatever new installment for Guilty Gear, I think, yeah, those would be the 2 hype announcements from ARC. Potentially Grand Blue Fantasy Versus release date as well. Oh yeah, and definitely we're going to have Fighters DLC. Like, no one, without a doubt, they're going to show Fighters DLC after Grand Finals. I have no doubt about that, dude. They're probably going to show Janemba. Wildcard guess, they're going to show Janemba, Gogeta, and Broly all at once. I know that sounds wild, but they're going to show them. I don't know, that's just like my guess. At the very least, I'm betting on Janemba and Gogeta, but I could see them showing all 3 of them at once, which would be, it would be crazy for them, for their game. Alright, So moving on here to the EVO announcement. This announcement is going to determine the game's long-term future. Without the player base getting what they've been waiting for, for the past year, which for a lot of them is the major missing characters, Granblue Fantasy Versus will probably take some of those players, since it seems like it hit the balance of, beginner friendly with a high skill cap a bit better than BBTAG, at least in my opinion, it feels like it does. And those who aren't interested in Granblue Versus there, they'll probably just drop BBTAG at some point this year should the game not deliver what people have been asking for. If they do just truly wait until EVO to address everything that everyone has been waiting for, they have a lot they need to mention. Where are the villains that people have been asking for since before the game came out? Remember, we did have the data mine during the beta, like immediately after the beta of all the characters. A lot of people didn't believe that list was accurate because of the choices that were there, the noticeable lack of major characters, and the lack of any major villains as well. People have been asking for them since before the game was out. Are Heart's closest friends from Arcana Heart going to be joining the game, or are they going to be picking random Arcana Heart characters? When will we get more Ruby characters? And who are they going to be picking from Ruby? When is the investigation team going to be complete? How many more fan faves are joining? BlazBlue and Persona, have a lot in particular. For newcomers who don't have the game yet, if they see the announcement, and even if the announcement is hype, if they haven't given us any information before then, they're probably going to be wondering, how much is the Season 2 pass? Can I buy the characters individually? How much are they? And that's not even including the 6th Fate reveal that we know they're going to do there at EVO, and then of course the obvious potential 7th Fate tease. That's why, I've been saying that it would be really stupid for them to wait until EVO to start talking about Season 2. There's just too much that people want to know and that would need to be addressed for everything to be a smooth, hype announcement there at EVO. Let me check the comments here. Tiger. Yeah, I've seen like a lot of people saying that Saki and Weiss, Heart's pretty much best friends from what I've gathered, that Saki and Weiss need to join the game. We're still not sure yet if that is going to be the case. I don't think that them being, them having a profile pick or whatever there in the sub-character category, I don't think that eliminates them, because that would just be dumb. They can pick whoever they want. It's not like, oh my god, they're there, and now there's no way. They literally can't even bring the character to the game now. No, they can. Obviously they can. It's just, were they planning to originally? I don't know. That's something that I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But, again, that's another concern that needs to be addressed. Zin, what's up, dude? Okay, alright. Combo. I'm gonna be mentioning your comment when I get to a combo, but now, yeah, I'm gonna be talking about how BBTAG can fully tap into its potential. And of course, if you guys have anything you want to add, feel free to comment it. In terms of priority, I think that number one are the characters and making sure that they are properly translated into this game. Number two is the interactions. And then number three is the content that engages players for long term. And of course, I have, some things I want to go over regarding all three of these here. So number one, the characters. People have been waiting since before the launch for villains to come out, and over a year for the rest of the fan faves. This needs to be addressed first as soon as possible if they want to retain the majority of the player base. And this would also definitely pull in more players. Trust me, there have been plenty of people who've been holding out and, wins Adachi, wins Terumi, wins Minazuki, is Celica in the game? You know, oh, I would like to play Hibiki and Blake. Oh, well, you can't. Hibiki is not yet in the game. Oh, okay, can I play as Best Girl Pyrrha from Ruby? No, you can't play as her. She's not in the game. Like, these are, like, legit, real conversations that I know, like, if you mention this game to someone, people are going to be mentioning their favorite characters, and a lot of times, people are going to have to be told, no, they're not in the game. They need to fix that. They need to fix that ASAP. 2, the interactions. Special intros and outros. I think that these definitely are a must. This really does a lot for the game, and everyone from casuals to the most pro players enjoy these. You guys know that, you know, like, a lot of people just enjoy watching the interactions, even if you've seen it a million times. It's just enjoyable to watch. Trust me. Trust me. It happens with me. Other people who I've talked to, they love interactions, whatever. When I played with some of my friends, they just want to watch the interactions. And then from what I've seen on different streams too, you know, sometimes they'll say, hey, can you let the interactions play out? Not, you know, not just because, you know, for internet reasons, but the viewers want to see them, you know, play out. Even if it's like a local tournament, people just want to see them. Yeah, Combo, like I said, man, you know, people, the villains especially, I think the villains is the biggest, overall, the biggest outcry for the, you know, if there was like one specific group of characters that people would say, oh, they're missing, the villains is the most obvious. And then, of course, I would say the investigation team is the second most obvious. And then third would probably be the 6 heroes from BlazBlue. Zin, wins Izanami? Never. Bro, okay, I'm just messing with you, dude, but come on, man. Come on, bro. There's a lot of characters that need to come in before Izanami. I'm just gonna say that. And if she does come in the game, they better make sure that she's balanced. That's all I'm gonna say about that, but okay. Okay, in addition to that, a new story mode. I consider the new story mode is kind of like under the interactions category. I think a new story mode, ideally featuring the villains and the rest of the characters, that would be awesome. Casuals have been asking for this for a while now, and people like myself who enjoy a good story mode would have something nice to look forward to. The current story mode, it has a weak plot. One that's not even close to being as good as BlazBlue's mainline story. It just does character interactions well, and that's pretty much it. You know, the story itself, plot sucks, to be honest. I just know that they can do so much better. Now, 3, the content that engages players long term. I'll admit this. Oh, 1 second here. Let me check. Alright, okay, Zin. Okay, so you want them for team purposes, I'm guessing. Combo, yeah. No, what I'm saying is this. When it comes to a new story, forget the story that they already did. Forget it. Forget it. It never happened. It's whatever. Let's have a brand new story where I don't care if they explain how all of the universes collide or not, or if they're already just all living in the same universe. I don't personally care. I just want the characters there. I want there to be an enjoyable plot. I want the villains to interact with each other, whether some of them team up with each other, whether some of them, fight against each other, whatever it is. I just want that to be there, and I want the plot to not be something that's so predictable and boring. I don't want, oh my god, this is whatever this is going on, and then let me find out what's going on, and then at the end, oh no, it's a god that's doing everything. Let me kill this god so that I can save the world. Bro, like, that story needs to stop. That's been Ark's go-to story for so many fighting games. Please stop. That's been Persona's go-to story. I'm tired of that story, honestly. Like, we don't need that. We don't need that at all. And they can do so much better. Okay, Zen. Well, I'm just gonna say good luck with Izanami getting in the game. Good luck, bro. Yeah, Combo, if all the villains, if there was a story where all the villains teamed up, that would be interesting. On one hand, I just can't see Terumi teaming up. I just can't see Terumi teaming up with, like, Hilda and Adachi. I don't know anything about Arcana Hearts villain Scarlet. I could see the villains teaming up, some of them legitimately working together, but then I could see villains like Adam or Cinder from Ruby teaming up and planning to double-cross everyone else. I could see all those scenarios happening. I just don't see Terumi actually teaming up with anyone. I don't know. It'd be interesting if, like, Hazama teamed up, but then Terumi was, like, from the get-go against everyone, and then everyone had to, like, fight Terumi. I don't know. There's, like, a lot of different scenarios they could have, to be honest. I think that will be interesting, you know, however they do it. Let me see here. Okay, so 3, content that engages the players long term. Let me say that, you know, I'll admit, I did not understand why people asked for more single-player modes off this game. Because for me, when it comes to fighting games, I just cared about, you know, a good story mode, you know, training mode that's, you know, useful, and the online modes. That was pretty much it. I rarely personally touched the arcade mode or other single-player modes, but honestly, I have to say that since I started streaming Crash Team Racing, I now see the appeal of a good, fun single-player modes and having unlockables, just like how Combo was mentioning earlier there. Now, for those who don't know, just to give you a quick idea, Crash Team Racing lets you customize your kart with a bunch of different colors. There's a bunch of character skins, you know, that change the look of the character completely. And there's going to be a season of free-to-play challenges that will unlock more things in the game the more you play. And I really love what they're doing with it, to be honest. And this is exactly what I think ARC needs to do with BBTAG. For modes, I would say add arcade mode, you know, to keep it simple. Maybe have, like, each franchise have a specific story or, you know, specific events that happen. Maybe, if they can, make certain team comps have unique stories. But at the same time, at that point, I could see people getting upset that a certain team comp doesn't have one. So, you know, again, I'll say that that's a maybe. A 2v2 mode, whether offline or online, this could be, you know, really fun new mode. It'd really feel like a team game if you had to play with another person as your teammate. Abyss mode. This is a staple mode from the main BlazBlue games. Pretty much it was like, I never actually, like, played it, but it was like you can level up your character, and, you know, you have, like, health you need to manage and everything else, and the enemies get stronger and stronger, the AI gets better and better. It was a bunch of different things like that had different, like, stat boosts and, you know, different health boosts that were applied over time as you got deeper and deeper into the Abyss. You know, they should add it in here for people who enjoyed it, and of course for people who've been asking for more single-player modes. Let me check the comments really quick. Let me see here. Oh, Combo, I agree with you, man. Gag reels in story mode, that would be a really welcome addition as well. Ultimate. I'm gonna say this. The majority of people so far have said that they do like the English VAs they've been picking for the unicast. I think that, I think they'll probably do, you know, they'll have a good pick for Hilda as well. Just saying. They've been doing a good job picking, you know, the English VAs for the first time, having their characters dubbed in this game. They've been doing a good job with their choices, so however they've been having them cast, I would say they just need to keep doing what they're doing when it comes to that. That's one thing I think that they really did well with this game. Alright. And then also for long-term content. For long-term content to keep players engaged, you know, for more than just a few weeks or so, and then to not always be asking for characters. Of course, we need the characters that we've been missing all this time, but after we get them, just to have people happy with the game. Weekly challenges, you know, maybe something just similar to what Combo was saying. Let me see. Yeah, kill someone with a DP or something. You know, something that's along those lines. Get a cross combo finish 10 times online. Defeat your opponent in X amount of time. You know, completing challenges like this, that should award you with something that you can add to your profile card. You know, think of it as a way to show off to your opponents as the match is about to start. A color editor. Also, I believe he was the first one to mention that as well. Either they could sell it for a flat price between 10 to 20 bucks, or they could make it so that you earn new colors by buying them from the in-game shop. I'm sure that you guys see all the money I have. Well, actually, no, with the overlay you might not. I don't know. But you guys, you know, you guys have seen, you know, I have, what, how much here? 5,407,600 player dollars. That's how much money I have here just sitting here that I can't spend on anything, okay? They could make it so that you spend the in-game money to get some more colors, you know, and of course, with the color editor, you'd be able to make whatever color reference you want. You know, JoJo colors, My Hero Academia, you know, I'd even be able to make my panty and stocking colors for Heart and Ruby, and I think that'd be awesome. That'd be, like, really cool to see. Avatar customization. All the currently available colors for each character sprite should also be colors that you can have for your lobby avatar. It'd give players, you know, a sense of uniqueness for sure. Like, for example, you know, you can only have regular colored Naoto here, but you guys know that I really like Naoto's sun color. His sun color looks really good. I know that Sun's probably not going to get in the game, but dude, if I could walk around with that sun color as Naoto, yes, if I had the chance to, of course I would. Of course. That would definitely be cool to see in the game. Let me see here. Yeah, I think it definitely gives players a sense of uniqueness. Also, we were supposed to have accessories for lobby avatars because that is an option on the menu if you go to the shop. Accessories is there. Actually, no, not the shop. When you go, you know, just to customize your profile and your avatar, it's there. We just don't have any. That's just weird, to be honest. It'd be nice if there was a bunch of different items that you know, we could pick to customize the character. For example, maybe Ruby could have crescent rose on her back, or maybe even in different colors, or maybe any character in the game could be customized to have crescent rose. That'd be cool. You know, pretty much, I just think that this is what BBTAG needs to aim to become in order to be as successful as possible. If BBTAG 2.0 was really like this, it'd be great for retaining casuals because the game would continuously encourage them to keep playing. You know, they could do their weekly challenges, and then of course the players who are more hardcore, they would enjoy those kind of things as well because it's just like a general sense of accomplishment, honestly. And of course, for those casuals who don't want to play online, just have it so that all the challenges could be completed offline, like against the CPU. If they just really don't want to play online against other people, or they're still learning, sure, let them complete the challenges offline against the CPU, still get the same reward. That'd be cool. You know, whether or not any of this will actually happen, obviously that's all up in the air, especially, you know, right now. But I can say that I really do hope that they start to go in this direction. Let me check the comments really quick here. I see you guys have a lot of them. Combo. Okay, so Hyde's VA. Honestly, I think I didn't know Hyde before, but to me, because I don't know, I see Hyde and you as Chad. That's it. So to me, it fits. For me, personally. But again, I didn't know him as a character beforehand. Ultimate. Oh my god. Bro, I 100% agree. Carmine's VA is so annoying. Like I hate hearing him. But I don't know. I hate hearing him in Japanese. I just think I just hate him as a character, pretty much. So, to me, like, but no, his English version just sounds like he's trying to be a villain, but then he sounds like a middle school bully or whatever, which I think I've read that he actually is like a middle schooler or something. I think I read that. Maybe someone was trolling when I read that. I don't know, but I just think I read that somewhere where like he's like a grade schooler, or something along those lines. Zin, Carmine, 5A, Jump A. Ridiculous. I think the character needs adjustments in this game for sure. Let me see here. You know what, Combo? That's an interesting idea. Yeah, sure. Yeah, like showing off like top players or something on a lobby, like on a screen in the lobby, and then if you go over to it, you can see their most recent replays or something. I think that would be cool. It would highlight those players and it would make it obvious. I know that there is a ranking board now, but that ranking board, I can almost bet that people don't really go over and check it, one, and then two, the ranking board is based on ranked mode. So, there's that. Let me see here. Yeah, Ultimate. Carmine's... Oh my god. There's just certain things I just hate about that character, bro. He can do the cross-up, jump A, and still confirm. Like, he'll jump over you. He'll be past you, and then his hitbox is so big, it'll hit behind him, and then, Ugh. Yeah, Zin, whoever said that Carmine is bad because he doesn't have any mix, first of all, give him an assist that has decent blocks done. He can, dude, he has mix. He has mix if you give him an assist, right? And he doesn't even need it. He can just keep on, throwing out moves at you while you're in the corner, and then in net play, he'll 5C you to death. 5C to confirm the kill. Because otherwise, he can just throw out a bunch of hitboxes, use his assist, keep you in the corner. That's it. 5C, you're dead. That's literally a viable strategy from Carmine. At least here in net play. Alright. Awesome. Well, yeah, I definitely think that, you guys had some good ideas there, especially Combo. I 100% agree with, pretty much all the suggestions that you made there, but we'll have to wait and see if they're actually going to do anything along these lines. Hopefully. We'll just have to wait. I think at this point, the most likely scenario is that there will be an Arcanama in July, and that they'll just mention Season 2 of BBTAG there before EVO. But then again, like I said, it would just be pricing and maybe an estimated number of characters, and that's it. That's all that I would expect, at this point. We'll have to wait and see. A week from now, we're going to know for sure, what it is that we should be expecting at EVO. I just think if they don't even give us the Season 2 announcement for the pricing and everything, or the number of characters, or anything along those lines, it's just not good, because let's just say this. Let's just say they did bare minimum, right? Let's just say they did bare minimum, show us the pricing, and then at the very end of that, they give us a glimpse of the silhouettes. Really quick, a really quick glimpse of silhouettes. Or, at the very end, they just have, as a to be continued, they have a villain. They have a villain's voice saying whatever as the last line. One of those two scenarios, if they just did that, I just think that it would be exciting going into EVO because it would confirm that, okay, we're going to get something cool. We're finally going to be getting, what we've been waiting all this time for. Because otherwise, leading up to EVO, it's just like, okay, I don't know if you're going to be making the announcement. I don't know if you're going to be giving us what we've been waiting for, but we're here. And then if they fail to do that, then it's, I think that's going to hit the game really hard. But at this point, it seems like they're just ready to make a gamble on it, so, what can you do? It's just that the game has so much potential that, honestly, there's just no reason for it to end up failing, to be honest. Like, that's honestly just how I feel about it, and I just hope that Arc sees this before it's too late.